Stop buying things to look high value, honey. Start treating yourself today like you already are. Because if you think about it, a designer bag, it may be cute and all. It can change the way you look. And a luxury car can definitely change the way people notice you when you drive down the road. But neither of those can convince your mind that you're worthy if your daily habits and behaviors keep sending the opposite message. See, our brain is always watching how we treat ourselves, especially when nobody else is around. Think of it. Think of every workout, maybe every boundary, every nourishing meal, every time you rested without apologizing, or every promise you keep to yourself. Your mind in the background is literally just like collecting all of that evidence. It's like store. And eventually it reaches a conclusion. And all this is going on without us even knowing. It's like, and that conclusion is, this must be who we are. So in this video, I want to show you how your daily actions shape your identity, why confidence often comes after action, not before it, and a very simple 7-day exercise that can help you start building genuine self-worth today. So, welcome. I feel like a lot of people, and I find myself here, we're constantly being sold symbols of value. Maybe it's the right clothes. Maybe it's having that perfect body, that perfect designer bag that's like on the like latest and greatest like whatever blog. The curated life, right? And there's nothing wrong with enjoying beautiful things. Don't get me wrong, I love beautiful things. I feel the problem begins when we expect those things to create a feeling outside of us that our daily behaviors contradict. Because, honey, you can carry an expensive bag while constantly abandoning your own needs. You can drive a beautiful car while breaking every promise you make to yourself. Think about it. You can look confident online while tolerating disrespect from friends and relationships in your private life. And all these external symbols may influence how people initially will perceive you, but they cannot build self-respect for you. Self-respect comes from what you repeatedly do on a daily basis. There's a psychological idea, it's called self-perception theory. And in simple terms, we partly learn who we are by observing our own behavior. Think about this. Think about that you aren't only performing your habits, you're also watching yourself perform them. So when you say, I'm gonna take care of this, and then follow through, your mind notices. It feels good, right? Oh, I love that good check system. And when you set a boundary, instead of abandoning yourself to keep someone else comfortable or at bay, but you set that boundary, your mind notices it. And when you do something difficult, even though you don't feel completely ready, your mind notices it. And it feels good. So your behavior becomes evidence. And evidence is much more persuasive than another positive affirmation you don't yet believe. Hear me out, because you can stand, think of this, you can stand in front of a mirror and say, I'm confident. 100 times, babe. But if you continually avoid every uncomfortable opportunity, your actions are just presenting a different case. Confidence isn't always the thing that allows you to act. Very often, actions is what begins creating confidence. I want to give you an analogy because I love analogies. I always need them. Imagine your mind as a lawyer about who you are. Every choice becomes a piece of evidence. So You keep the promise, evidence. You had that difficult conversation, evidence. You took care of your body, evidence. You left the situation that just repeatedly disrespected you, evidence. You made a mistake, took responsibility, and tried again, evidence. See where I'm going with this? And over time, those small pieces begin supporting a new identity. An identity of, I'm someone who follows through. I'm someone who respects him or herself. I'm someone who I can do difficult things. It's like, I'm someone worth investing in. And once all the identity begins changing, your choices start changing with it. Because this is the loop. This is the loop that a lot of people don't understand. The identity loop most people never notice is your actions create evidence. Your evidence shapes the story you tell about yourself. So that story influences your standards, and your standards influence your choices. And those beautiful choices create even more evidence. That loop can either work against you or it can work with you. So, my beautiful, sexy friends, when you believe your needs don't matter, you may fall back and accept relationships, environments, and opportunities that reinforce that belief. But when you begin practicing self-respect, honey, you're going to communicate more clearly. You may stop over-explaining. You have your boundaries. You don't need to explain them. You are probably going to pursue opportunities you previously assumed weren't for you. You may find yourself leaving situations that require you to become smaller. And that's how your outer world can begin reflecting your inner one. Not because the universe is like going to magically reward you with confidence, but because your identity changes your behavior. And your behavior affects your decisions, your relationships, and opportunities. Now, I want to make a very good point, okay? A distinction here. I don't need you to hear this. Your worth is not something you earn through perfect habits. I'm not saying that. Because we could miss one. One workout doesn't make you unworthy. Eating something indulgent doesn't mean you don't respect yourself. I'm not talking about that because I would be in big trouble because like I lie to my boyfriend and tell him candy corns are like protein little snacks. Okay? I'm talking about not don't be hard on yourself. I'm talking about having a difficult week does not erase like your growth. This is not about perfection. It's about your overall patterns and your willingness to just repair the pattern. So when you fall off, sometimes that's okay. But the most powerful evidence isn't that I failed. It's I came back. I forgave myself. I adjusted the plan. I kept going. Because that builds self-trust too. So don't be hard on yourself. I always get hard on myself and I'm like, nope, you bounce back. That was yesterday. So now let's talk about how this self-worth and confidence through your daily actions, okay? Start with these 3 practices. Number 1, keep one small practice every day. Make it so realistic though that excuses become unnecessary. Like maybe drink a glass of water or walk for 10 minutes or even read just 2 pages out of a book. Put your phone away like 15 minutes before bed. So the size of the promise matters less than the act of following through. I'm just trying to make it realistic, okay? Number 2, practice one honest boundary. A boundary that could sound like, I could do that today. Or I need time to think about it. Or that doesn't work for me. Or maybe even I'm not comfortable with that. Because a boundary isn't a punishment. It's evidence that your needs deserve a place in a conversation. I love it sometimes when I'm in the gym and I don't feel like pushing that 9 or 10% when we're sprinting. I'm like, no, boundaries. Boundaries are sexy. They are. Number 3, invest in what strengthens you. Not only what is displayed in you. Invest in your health, your healing, your education, skills, peace, future, before buying something just to appear valuable. So ask, would this money or time or energy help me become stronger, or only help me look impressive? Your answer may be your answer just may completely change your decision. So I want you to try this 7-day evidence little challenge for the next 7 days. Keep a list of the evidence, and every evening, write down one action that supported the identity you're building. Think of it like maybe you honored a boundary, or completed a workout that day, or rested and didn't apologize for it, or applied for some job opportunity that is a little out of your comfort zone. Or maybe you even just stop speaking to yourself poorly. Because at the end of these 7 days, I want you to read your list. And don't ask, do I feel completely confident yet? Ask, what does this evidence say about the person I'm becoming? Because lasting confidence isn't created by pretending you have no fear. It's created by proving that fear doesn't get to make every decision. So baby, stop buying things to convince other people that you're valuable. I want you, I'm looking at you, start treating yourself like you already are today. Change that posture. Carry yourself. You're worthy, because your brain is always watching your habits, because your habits become evidence. Your evidence shapes your identity, and honey, your identity influences your standards, and your standards help shape the life you create, babe. So, my sexy, gorgeous friends, if you want a different reality, start collecting different evidence. And treat yourself like someone worth protecting, someone worth respecting, someone worth investing in. Not because you need to become worthy, but because you already are. So, in the comments, I want you to write down one promise that you are going to say, one promise I'm going to keep to myself this week. I want you to write it down and let that be your first piece of evidence. And if this video helped you, I hope you hit that subscribe button and maybe share it with a friend or someone who needs to hear this. So we stop searching for value outside of ourselves or outside of themselves, and we just find it within. And if you're ready to uncover the unconscious beliefs and patterns affecting your self-worth, my shadow work journal is linked in the description below. That has helped me, obviously, and many, many others that I have either gifted it to or gave it to or purchased it. And I also want to bring up, because I was thinking as I was talking, I don't know if any of you guys saw the movie, I think it's I Feel Pretty with Amy Schumer. If you haven't seen it, watch it. That film was amazing. I saw it with my friend Tina, and I was blown away by the message in this movie, because I don't want to give it away, so hopefully you already saw it, but I have to kind of give it away. She's obviously a heavy girl. So funny. I love her so much. She's so beautiful, but she's a little heavier. You know, she's on the heavy side, and in the beginning of the movie, she's very insecure. And I don't know, I think she bumped her head or something. She was a secretary, and it was funny. Because when she bumped her head, she saw herself like totally different. She even said to like one of her friends that she met at a bar out that evening and was like, oh, hey, yeah, like I know you probably don't even recognize me, do you? And they were like looking at her like, what? Because nothing changed. Nothing exterior changed about her. She just felt it inside. So it was like she took on this confidence and this identity of being unstoppable and beautiful and everything that she's probably ever wanted to be. And once her inner world believed that identity, she had men after her within the company, outside of the company. She applied to a job that she thought that she would never even qualify for, probably wouldn't even thought of applying to prior. So the point is like when your inner world changes, just as like this movie displays, your whole outer world changes because it's nothing but a mirror. Nothing but a mirror. Everything is just reflected out. So go within, fill up your own cup, know your own worth, babe. Or gentlemen, you are hot, you are sexy, and you got this. Literally any time that I start to feel insecure, I will like pull, and I'm not that attractive, or you know what I mean? I'm not the smartest one in the room, I'm not the hottest one in the room, but anytime I start to feel a little small, I will pull myself back and say, I'm not housing that energy. I know my worth. Because when you know your worth, the universe is going to reflect it right back to you. And so do other people. So if you haven't watched that movie, I think it's I Feel Pretty. I'll leave that in the description below. I'm telling you, when you house that energy, everything changes. I even made another video about this. Wow, this was an amazing time. I was down in Miami with my boyfriend and we went to see Spice, which is I had an amazing time. It's like a dinner venue. It's on the river. So there were like tons of boats going by. I mean, it was beautiful. It was crazy. It was a restaurant, and then it sort of kind of like turns into like, I guess, a nightclub. It gets a little saucy, right? They have a DJ and women come out, like these dancers with like, what are those things called? Like sparklers. It was amazing. Like it was truly an amazing experience and show. But where I'm going with this is the most, and I made a video on it. I will link the video up here. I never know which corner it's going to be in, but I'll link it after this video. The most attractive woman there, she literally like started a trend. Like she started, with the napkin, and the whole restaurant followed suit. She didn't have anything on that was designer. Like there was nothing like, about her, like her shoes or her bag or jewelry. But she was the most attractive woman in that entire vicinity because of her energy. Because when you hold that self-worth and that identity of you don't care, you don't need anyone else's approval or anyone else to show up in your day for you to have a good one, that energy that's housed is attractive. It's so attractive. And it's like compelling, and people just want to like mock it and copy it. And I don't know, it was a beautiful thing to see, because I saw a lot of other beautiful women that had very expensive, handbags and jewelry and shoes that were just still, looking around and not as confident and housing that energy. So that self-worth, that confidence, and I'm not talking about like in this egotistical way, you know what I'm talking about, is more attractive than anything else. So if you don't know your worth, try those steps. Really try those steps and set your goals and this step small. Don't shoot really high. And if you fall off, don't be hard on yourself, because that's not going to help. Be easy on yourself and love yourself. And also try the journal as well. That will help. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I truly do enjoy reading them, and looking forward to going and assisting all of you on this journey. But with that, I leave you, and with much peace and love, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.